am very pleased to introduce Erin Olson, who is representing this year's graduating seniors and graduate students. Erin is an international relations major graduating summa cum laude. She is a member of the honors program, which recently awarded her the Distinguished Service Award for her stellar contributions to the program over the last 4 years. During her time at Augsburg, Erin has served as an orientation leader, residence life assistant, and as a representative to the Model United Nations. Erin's international experiences are diverse and extensive. Her parents are international educators who were living in Bolivia at the time of Erin's birth. She also lived in Nepal for 4 years, a formative time that set the stage for her commitment to international issues. More recently, she studied in Guatemala, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. Recipient of a Fulbright scholarship, Erin will spend next year studying in Venezuela. After that, she plans to attend law school, where she will focus on immigration and international law. Erin is an engaged citizen of Augsburg College, who exemplifies the college's commitment to education for service. Please welcome Erin Olson as the representative of the class of 2008.
Thank you, Dean Farley, for that generous introduction. Thank you, President Pribanow, members of the Board of Regents, faculty, distinguished guests, parents, relatives, and of course, my fellow graduates. The Augsburg College mission is to nurture future leaders in service to the world. And as soon-to-be graduates from the undergraduate day school and the physician's assistant program, we are called to put this mission into action. I challenge you to look back on your experiences here and the global scope of your education as you make your way into the world. You all have made a difference on this campus and in the surrounding communities, but now it's time to take those experiences into the wider world and be global leaders. So how did we get to this point? Did your global education occur right here on this campus? Or did it occur in the greater Twin Cities area, or in the United States, or someplace far away? As undergraduates, we took classes focusing on global issues, classes such as Religion 200, which taught world religion courses, or History 103 or 104, which focused on very different parts of the world. I know that many of you volunteered in the Seward neighborhood, Cedar Riverside, and many other diverse communities around the Twin Cities. Physician's assistant students spent time in the community during their clinical medical courses or worked with underserved populations during their clinical rotations. For some, this education came through study or work abroad experiences in places like Nicaragua, Mexico, Guatemala, or Namibia, focusing on social work, sustainable development, social change, or healthcare. Many physician assistant program students use these experiences to frame their master's project. I personally studied abroad in Central America, and through that experience, I gained a new appreciation for my own education and for all the opportunities that I now have as a result of this education, opportunities that many people in this world will never have. Many of you have already made a difference on this campus and in our local community. We have events on campus that celebrate the Chinese New Year, inform students about the conflict in Darfur, celebrate Asian Heritage Month, and promote fair trade coffee on campus, all thanks to globally minded students. In fact, when I first came to campus, fair trade coffee was served about 2 or 3 times a week. Fair trade guarantees that workers who grow the coffee earn a living wage and reinvest a portion of the profits in the local community. Many of the students, including myself, worked on this campaign to promote more fair trade coffee on campus, and thanks to that campaign, fair trade is now sold every day in the coffee shop, and the newest restaurant on campus serves only fair trade coffee. In the In the abstract, we all knew that fair trade would help alleviate poverty, but it wasn't until I was in Nicaragua, staying with a family in Miraflor, that I realized the true impact that fair trade had. Josefa, the woman I was staying with, was part of a women's fair trade cooperative. The women's cooperative owned the land, so all the profits went to the cooperative instead of a wealthy plantation owner. Watching these women discussing how to run the cooperative, you could just see the confidence and the power that they felt, even though they lived in a male-dominated society. I remember Josefa telling me that she was earning money to support her family and that the cooperative was also investing in water pipelines so the women didn't have to walk 3 miles each day for clean water. The coffee that I chose to buy in the United States had a direct impact on the quality of life of Josefa's family in Nicaragua. This was not only moving, but it made me realize each of us can make a difference in this world. So now that we have this global education, what do we do with it? Everyone here today has the power to make a real difference in the global community, whether through fair trade coffee, teaching, international business, development, or healthcare. We may do that here in the United States or in a community far away from Augsburg. Next year, I'll be teaching English in Venezuela and volunteering in my host community. But I challenge you to reflect on your international experiences and use those lessons that you have learned and move into the wider world. Furthermore, I encourage you to seek out future global opportunities and embrace the lessons that they will teach you. Although it may seem daunting and distant, we can become the future leaders in service that this world needs. Thank you.